Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the blank screen you see.
It's
But I swear it's going to be neat when you see it.
gonna be real cool. I'll get a treat for you.
I got a real treat for you today, and it's called Duke Nukem.
This headlight, I swear, I got one of these ring lights like right above, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, hey, that's me. That's I'm full screen on your stream now.
Oh, you're actually you're full screen. I just made you. There's two of you right now. Okay, until I
Wow,
switch over.
this is great.
Okay, we're gonna switch over
Welcome
to
to my
Duke.
stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm back after a 6 month hiatus. I'm not even on my channel. I'm on Zach's channel here. There
Okay.
we go. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I've got to make it.
You gotta make that doodad a little bigger.
Yeah, and the only way to do it is I got to get more bubble gum. Here we go. I'm gonna run. Can I stream this at 4K? What's up, April?
Hey,
Thanks for
AP.
joining in. Let's see if I can do. See, last time. Oh my gosh, you're all blurred right
I
now.
am all blurry now.
I
That's.
think that's a problem. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay.
Dude, you
That's
were.
weird.
I thought you were gonna be talking in a low voice, like you know how like they interview those criminals on television.
Yeah. You better give me the money.
Oh, it got small again.
Can you just enlarge it in
Yeah,
OBS?
let
Like,
me.
you
Yeah,
know?
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Where's the? Oh my gosh, it is enlarged. It just pops up on the other thing as smaller, huh?
Oh, I'm back. I see me again. Technical difficulties.
Technical, a little bit of technical difficulties, but it's kind of like the game. You know, we're keeping with the
Yeah.
theme of just a total disappointment tonight.
Well, we waited for what was it? At least
12,
10 years. At least 10 years for the game. I think we can wait like a couple more
a
years
couple minutes for the actual.
for the actual play.
Yeah, you know what? This is surprising. I've never seen a PC game because I usually just pick a window and I'm able to pick it on OBS, but it's not working that way. So we're just gonna
Oh, really?
go. Um, yeah, we're just gonna not do that. We're just gonna.
Yeah, I
It
don't
might
think
just
you
be that
can.
size. I think we're just gonna look at the size.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. April says,
Or
I
oh wait a
really
second,
wish.
hold on.
What we done?
Okay.
Oh, I'm blurry again.
Okay, you're blurring it, but I think I can fix this.
But yeah, okay. I can be your mystery guest.
Okay, now let me switch around. It won't let
Oh
me show
gosh.
you with 4K. You're blurred out.
Let me see if turning the blur off my background will make a difference. I don't
No,
think it will, but let's see.
I think it's yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
All right. April says, I really wish we could get the green screen to work, Alex. Yeah. Um, I don't know if you can do chroma key on like incoming video
When I
feeds.
come
That would
out
be
of
cool,
that,
though.
yeah, it won't let me just choose a window. This is a freaking mess. Hold on here. Here's what we're gonna do. I think we're just gonna enjoy 2K. It doesn't want me to do 4K in this freaking game. Okay,
Perfect.
let me change over to 2K. Okay, it works in 2K.
So it's anytime you're like full screen, it's gonna do this, huh?
Yeah.
Oh
But
lordy.
like I am full screen. But yeah, I've never had a game act like this. What a surprise. This game doesn't work well.
You can't like resize the like click and
No.
drag the window. Wow.
Like when I
Okay.
switch over, because this is on a separate screen. Like I'm on dual monitors or whatever. But like
Yeah.
it is full screen. I've never seen it do this before. But I will actually move over the chat and stuff. So it actually might work out here. Look
Okay.
a little bit better because we'll move over the chat. Thanks, April. Says likes the Garfield shirt. We gotta have Garfield in there. Um, yeah, you're the masked guest instead of like the masked singer. You're kind of like the masked
Yeah.
Twitch.
Mass singer, mass dancer, mass.
All right, I think the game couldn't.
That's
I don't think people can handle this full screen. You know, so I'm glad it's actually.
Hey, it's 12 years in the making. So.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna switch back over one more time. You're. It's funny because you go full screen on when I do this.
Yeah.
That's funny.
This might be the best stream I've ever had.
I wanted to,
Yeah.
role play Duke.
Oh.
Okay. But we're just playing the Alex stream. This is just about you. You're
Yeah.
okay. Okay, here we go.
I think I had a beard last time I was on camera, and
You might have.
yeah, it's kind of weird not having one. But
Okay, let's launch right into new. Okay, we got Piece of Cake, Let's Rock, or Come Get Some.
wait a minute, there's a multiplayer mode to this game?
That could be really fun.
Oh
I
my
mean, this
goodness.
game took 14 years to come out, so this could be the best multiplayer ever. So who knows?
Wow, interesting.
Let's do Let's Rock. I think Duke, if we did Piece of Cake, he wouldn't be really happy with us. So. So tonight's theme.
I just noticed.
Tonight's
I
theme,
just-
and we'll get into it, is gaming disappointments, because I think this was one of the biggest disappointments because it took 18 years to get out. But we'll get more into that later. But what were you saying, Alex? But
I just noticed I don't hear the game audio. But then
I have
again,
it really
I forgot.
low.
I forgot. I've muted the stream and the stream.
Oh yeah, it's coming through the stream. I have it really
You're good.
low, but
You're good. You're good. Sorry. That's on me. Okay. I
I'll just tell. Okay, so it's starting out. I'm at a urinal.
Time to stop pissing around
Yep,
and get
I
this
see that.
baby
We're good.
back in
So
action.
this game was. What was it? Can we get Can we get like a definite? Is it like 14 years we waited for this?
yeah. Let me look that up. Let me be the Joey to your Joe Rogan podcast.
Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, yeah, Jamie. Yeah.
Jamie, how strong is a gorilla? They can rip you apart.
Let's see. Pulling it up here. Duke Nukem Forever.
I'm
It
glad,
started. It was released in 2011. It was originally announced in 1997.
Okay. You know, they took.
Wow.
What does Miyamoto say? A bad game is bad forever. So you might as well take his time to delay it. So.
Well, I mean,
So
it was
1997, you said?
it was announced in 97. It came out in 2011.
Okay, so
Oh my gosh, dude. That's 14 years.
that's 14 years. Yeah, 14 years.
Holy mackerel. And it was ported to On Live. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I had on live. I played.
Did you?
I beat Deus Ex Invisible War on it.
Okay.
It worked okay. It did.
Yeah.
It was laggy, and there was at times it would lag down, but
Yeah. Wasn't that the one that GameStop kind of got in trouble with? They removed like the on live codes from the
yes,
physical.
yeah, they did. I forgot
Remember
about that. Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of got a little paddling for that, I think.
Yeah, they got in. People weren't happy about that. Hold on, I gotta pee again.
Is this the one where you can like pick up a turd and draw
Yeah,
it or something?
I think you can.
That's gross.
Is this a banned Twitch game? I wonder.
Water's cold. And
I don't think they need to ban it. There's like no one watching it. So.
They're not even
Just
worried
us.
about it. It's
Just
more
us.
effort to try to ban it, to put it in their database. Hey, this does. You know what? This was
Not
announced in
even worth it.
'97, and they didn't have water drops on the screen effect by then. I remember that water screen effect came in like the 360 era. I feel like.
I don't really remember.
I feel like that was
Is-
like started at an ice and stuff. Lost Planet, I think, had that. Do you remember that game, Lost
Okay.
Planet?
I do remember that. I never played it much, but I do remember that. I think I have the third one on PC for some reason. I don't know how I wound up with that, but I do.
Okay, so I'm doing some crazy zoom ins. It gets like tunnel vision. Everything's blurred. Oh my gosh. It's only focused on what I'm looking at. Oh my gosh. Wow, this has some great. This was worth waiting.
Depth of field, or was it?
Yeah, like a depth of
Foveated
field. Yeah,
room.
focus. Wow. Okay, this was worth the 14-year wait.
Yeah, looks great.
Step 1, Alpha team straight up the middle. Blake, flank left. Phelps and I head around. That's step 2. Step 3 is.
Oh wait a minute, why is this place is kind of a wreck? I just noticed. What's going on here?
Profit? Right. You ready? 1, 2.
Yeah,
break.
they're not really explaining it.
Golly, there's like blood and stuff everywhere.
What do you think, Duke? Want to add
I,
something to the whiteboard?
I don't know. Did you ever see like I don't know if you would call it unreleased footage, but footage of the the original version of Duke Forever?
No, but it was probably on a different system, like an older like.
I mean, you know, PC was their primary platform as it was with Duke 3D. So.
Yeah.
Smells like cherries.
This game
It
rules.
definitely doesn't look like this, but you know, I think at the time it was going to be really revolutionary. It's just,
Good plan.
you know, I got kind
But
of
14 years later, it didn't really keep the revolution going.
yeah, it just got caught in development hell. And
I think they spent 12 of the years on this whiteboard tech, actually.
12 years well spent.
Yeah. How do I
How many millions of dollars did this burn through in its
Oh,
development
man.
cycle?
That is. I mean, I don't understand any of it,
Development.
but I bet if I did, that guy over there would still have his arm. And at least one of his balls.
Okay. Okay, we're in. It looks like we're in a football locker room or something.
Okay.
Do you remember? Didn't you pre-order Duke Nukem Forever? Like,
I think my brother might have back in '97.
yes. Some people were showing on Reddit. I remember when this came out, they had the receipt, the original receipt from '97.
Yeah.
You
know, I wonder if you know, GameStop or EB probably at that time. I wonder if they honored those pre-orders.
Yeah, did they honor? Because it had to have been a different price. It wasn't like $60.
Yeah. Yo, when did the whole $60 kind of era start? You know, that was a thing that I remember kind of being in the Xbox 360 era, PS3 era, but before that.
Before that, on PS2, GameCube, and stuff was 50.
Okay.
Before that, on the N64 and PS1 and all that.
That
stuff,
was the Wild West.
That was crazy.
the Wild
Yeah, you
West.
could have like
Yeah.
$80 because I remember Banjo Tooie being $80 distinctly at Toys R Us.
Yep.
They were all across the board, and then before that, the same thing. I think even Super Nintendo and Nintendo, same thing. You got $80
Yep.
like games, $60 games.
Yeah, I remember seeing like Toys R Us ads. I think we may have found them in someone's basement or something, and they had you know, like Donkey Kong Country, maybe Final Fantasy 3, which is, you know, 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that one was $90.
Yeah, they were expensive. So
Yeah.
that's why I do think. So I paid $70 for Demon Souls. That was my first $70 purchase game.
Yeah.
And I think that was worth it. I think I had a lot of fun with how fun that was. But at the same time, there's a lot of games I'm not paying $70 for at launch. I'm
Sure.
skipping down a little bit on that. Not that I mean, look at the development cost, and they've been 60 for how long? 50 or 60. So
Yeah, I don't know how much I buy into the whole rhetoric though. Like, you know, development costs are rising because they're doing the same thing they've always done. They're building tooling
sure.
that you know, goes against those new platforms. So I don't know. I think in most of the major titles, the biggest chunk of their budget goes towards the marketing. So
Yeah.
maybe try to innovate there.
Oh,
in
there
that
went all
space.
my ammo. Out of ammo now.
Wait a minute. Isn't this fight in Duke 3D? Isn't there
It
a
might
football
be.
field?
It might be a similar football field or something.
Because we went back and played that, what, 3 or 4 years ago together?
Yeah. Were they on a football field?
I think so. Like the last boss is on a football.
Oh, I might have to punch him.
Because remember you like field goal his eyeball?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me. How do I? Can't do anything. Okay, this might hurt. This game rules.
Oh, that's not good. It's not looking good.
I don't know how to get ammo.
Do you have any other weapons?
I don't know how to change weapons. No, I don't want to quit. Okay, here's some more ammo. Okay.
Okay. So I saw that 2K published this. That's kind of weird how that shook out, you know, because or maybe it's Gearbox. Did Gearbox develop this, or what happened there? Like, 3D Realms is not
Gearbox
on this,
developed
right? Okay.
But it passed hands. I think it passed hands from. Well, isn't 3D Realms? Didn't they get bought out by?
I don't know if they're like still
Gearbox?
a thing, or if they're still solvent, or I don't know what's going on there.
I think 3D Realms got bought out by Gearbox. That's
Actually,
what
I take that back. They have been, at least, I don't know if it's the same crew, but they are kind of back.
really.
Yeah, I got a game not too long ago. That was developed by them. Is it? Ion Fury? I think it is. Yeah, it's called Ion Fury, and it's like a
Oh,
retro.
yeah.
Yeah, a retro first-person shooter.
I
Yeah.
remember that just coming out. Yeah.
Yeah. So they made that, I think, and then
I think I missed my.
I think they have some other games coming out too. Yeah. Yeah, 3D Realms, creator of Duke 3D, Prey, and Max Payne. I didn't know they made Prey and Max Payne.
Maybe the original, not the new one. The new one's Bethesda.
Yeah. Prey, yeah. Yeah, that one kind of got completely passed around.
Okay, let's do. Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna climb up. Oh yeah.
Actually, they only published it. Void Point LLC is the developer of Ion Fury. I haven't heard of them. Okay.
I still remember this coming out and just the reviews were tearing this thing apart.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
like we
I
talked
mean-
about.
Oh, here comes the field goal.
I thought so. So they're like recreating the last boss of 3D. Okay.
We're getting caught up. We're caught up on the story. We peed. We kicked a field goal.
Duke Nukem forever.
Oh my gosh, is this what I
baby.
think is going on down here?
Oh, he's playing a game.
Oh yeah, he's just
And-
playing a game and they were helping with the...
And getting a double, you know what? Wow.
Yeah, but
They're helping with the analog sticks on the controller.
Well, anytime you
Nothing
wanna
to see here,
play
boys. Move
again,
along.
Just let us know. Look, Duke, they're playing our video. Your hair looked so good. that
This
day.
is like a relic that like got it was almost like in the freezer and it got defrosted and it's like, here you go. Like, this is 2011, right? You
Yeah,
guys
it's
like
very 20,
90s
early
and stuff.
2010s. Yeah.
Well, I'm just talking like this and these girls and stuff feels like something they do in the 90s. Like, this game's gonna rule. Doesn't this rule?
Yeah. It's kind of the same humor as like Borderlands, right? It's just very tongue-in-cheek, very unabashed. And which, you know, that's also made
Can we
by-
get a new Duke? Are they working on a new Duke?
Yeah, it's coming out next week, dude.
I don't know.
I think this single-handedly just killed the Duke franchise. Like,
Yeah.
there's just nothing else.
I can see ships from
Well, I think it's just a product of the 90s, too. Like, who is thinking to... Like, are they going to do a God of War... you know how they kind of reimagined that with Duke? Like,
He's probably coming to Smash. Or
he's
something
like a
that.
father now. They make Duke, and he's a father. And
President
Yeah.
is wrong about them, won't you, Duke?
Mr.
You sure
Nukem.
haven't lost your
Pl-
touch.
Please, Mr. Nukem's my father.
Be careful out
Call
there.
me Duke.
We'll see you at the party after the show. Kid.
Yeah, man, this game. I don't know, Duke.
The party.
I'm a
You know,
responsible
I-
citizen, and I chew bubblegum now. That'd be the new one.
I loved Duke 3D in the '90s because, you know, it was something my older brother played, and I was a kid, and
Yeah.
that and Doom and like Warcraft 2 was kind of at its heyday, and it was cool back then. But it's just been so long since Duke has had any mind share with anybody, including myself.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
But I think it just was. I think it just existed in the 90s, and it will
Yeah.
always be remembered for that. And it's like, how do you bring this franchise out? And they just, for some reason, someone thought, you know, we should finish it instead of canceling it. Like
why
maybe-
not? I guess maybe the original team were that far along that hey, why not? I don't know. I had no
But
idea.
14 years on something like.
I
But I
mean,
think what it was it did just kept getting passed around
Yeah.
because really this game should have probably been canceled.
yeah.
But when it gets pissed around, it's like, okay, well, we have 4 years, and then that studio gets shut down, or this, you know, we'll put it on this. We got to finish this game, and I don't know the whole development story.
I actually saw a video about the development story not too long ago. Some YouTube channel, like What Happened. I think that's their name, What Happened, and it focuses. It focuses
I thought
primarily
you were
on
talking
like
about
the
the
development.
studio, but the YouTube. Are you talking about?
No, the YouTube channel is like it's their
What
title.
happened?
What happened?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they focus, primarily on the development cycle of games. And I think they did one for this. They did one for Dark Souls 2,
Oh, that's interesting.
which that was a really good one. I like that one a lot.
Let's check that out. I like jumping. This looks
Yeah,
good.
Wow. You don't really see reflections in games much anymore. It seems like it's just too hard.
Maybe
or
because of
something.
this. April said,
Irish
"What age
dancing.
were you when you first saw this game, Alex?"
When I first saw Duke Forever, I guess
I would have been 6, but I didn't see it.
I guess I was like 7 or 8. Yeah. But that was that was the original Duke Forever. This one, I don't know. I guess I probably just picked it up at some point, from a magazine or from the internet or whatever, and I was just like, cool, and didn't care about it, right? So,
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
yeah, I was probably 8 when I first saw this. If we're talking about Duke 3D, I was just maybe 5 or 6 when that came out. I don't really remember. But it was fun because you could play over TCP/IP, so dial up. But it was like a direct link. It didn't really go through a central server or servers. It was just one person was the host, the other person was the client.
I feel like I hate when you see, and this is more of a console problem, but I think it is a problem too on PC, if I'm remembering, that when, okay, we're going to shut the servers down or whatever. Like, we have these main servers. Man, just make it to where, you can do peer-to-peer. Like, if somebody, why don't they all do that? Like, just have that baked in.
I think a lot of it is just it's kind of predatory business practices, right? Like they do that in order to force you to buy the next game, which will have support for guaranteed for a few more years. And if that's not the case, I have no idea why they wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like
it seems like a really low hanging kind of quick win there.
I remember when Metal Gear Solid 4, and I understand that like they were whatever, but on the PS3, and people like legitimately hacked it and figured out how to add on like peer-to-peer like server stuff like that. So people were still playing Metal Gear Online. Yeah, that's what it was. Metal Gear Online was kind of packaged in with Metal Gear Solid 4. So
yep, you're even better looking in person.
Yep.
After the show.
But yeah, like we had my brother still lived at home at that time, and I was a young kid, and we had a cousin that lived across the street.
Yeah, my kid's a real
and
big fan.
I would just sit and watch them play deathmatch at this game.
Yeah.
And one of the main deathmatch maps that they played was the movie theater, like the first level of Duke 3D, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember so often, it was so funny that my brother would just toss a pipe bomb in that elevator that goes up to the arcade.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, every time our cousin would walk right in that, like he never learned his lesson. He'd always get blown to smithereens.
I'm trying to write turd in the pencil. The pencil physics are not good here.
I wonder if it's better with your mouse, like Microsoft Paint or something.
There we go. Oh, let me try this again, kid. No, like the way it's floating it's just terrible.
Oh
I'll have to write in cursive, and then
you're not in 2D space there. You're in 3D. That's weird.
I'll write it in cursive.
Yep.
There we go. Perfect. There you go, kid.
I want to grow up to be just like you.
He said he wants to grow up just to be just like me.
Every day, and you might grow up
shooting for the stars, for real.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Nukem. Wow.
I will say though, for 2011, these graphics aren't bad.
Yeah.
The lighting looks good. Like there was reflections and stuff like that.
Looking good, Duke.
I wonder if this was like, because remember how Prey was in like a modified Doom 3 engine? And and I think Quake.
Look how big this guy's hands are.
Looks like they're shutting
Doesn't
us
he?
down for the
His
night.
hands look off.
Can't really see. Hold on for a second.
Look how big this guy's hands are.
That's like Statue of David hand proportions there.
Crew is left to see what they're up to at Duke Burger. Gotta wonder if they timed it with you coming on the show and all.
Gosh, he does look ridiculous, doesn't he?
Yeah, it just doesn't look right. Looks like he would just crush me. Crush my head between his hands.
Well, maybe he's like an alien or something. He's gonna
true.
sprout some claws or something.
I am the Duke. I am A number 1.
What are we doing? I don't get what this game is yet. Okay, I'm famous.
This game is established in a meta hardcore.
I'm trying to do a scene with Johnny on the
When do you actually get to the
Okay.
shooting and saving the world stuff?
Punch that guy out.
Oh wow. I gave you an achievement for knocking that dude out.
The aliens have returned. Run!
Okay, the aliens have returned. That guy screamed.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Right, dispense with the.
There's a guy crapping in here. That's cool.
Hell yeah!
Gosh almighty. Makes me want to watch Austin Powers and play some Gex next.
Oh man.
Alright, I think we're going to get to some combat, I think.
Speaking of Austin Powers, I kind of dated myself a little bit the other day. I think I was playing a game with one of my nieces, and we were like stuck, you know, in a like a cart or something.
Yeah.
It may have been somebody else. I don't remember who it was, but we were stuck between like two walls in a some kind of vehicle. And it's like, wow, we like Austin Powered ourselves, and they had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah.
No idea what I was referring to.
I've been seeing people on TikTok ask their kids, like, if you're going to take a picture, how would you do it? Like, how would you mime that you're taking a picture or whatever? And, like, if you ask an older person, yeah, it's like, click or whatever, like, I'm taking a picture of you. But, like, yeah, younger kids, yeah, they've just grown up with a phone. Why wouldn't you? That's obvious, you know, to them, but.
Mm-hmm. There's like I saw like a thing on Reddit or something about, you know, kids, or like a YouTube video or something where kids can't use a rotary phone,
Yeah.
a rotary dial phone.
Yeah. Now, I don't
And-
even know if I have done that. Like,
Really?
yeah. I didn't have one of those growing up.
I don't think we did either, but I think my grandparents did. And
Yeah.
I had to use it one day, and I just kind of figured it out.
You know what? My grandparents did, and because I was like 3 or 4 or whatever when I saw it, like they soon got rid of it, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I do remember they had one. Yeah.
So the whole theme here is about disappointments, right? I have yet to be disappointed by this game. I think this is
Okay.
might be the sleeper hit of the last decade.
This could be your game of 2021.
Yeah. Or 1997 or 2011. It doesn't even matter.
1998. I think it's a game from 97 to 20. This guy's sitting in this chair. What's he doing?
This game transcends time and space, for real.
No way, man.
I like the
no way.
Scarface
I
painting
wanna
of
get my picture on this drawing. I've waited years for
cool.
this.
This guy won't
Could you
move.
hit that picture button over there?
Can you punch him?
I gotta hit a picture.
Oh wow, so he's commercialized every bit of himself here. Huh?
Yeah. Wow. This is deep.
Can't wait
What a
to check
guy.
that mail.
Okay. I gotta sit down now.
I wonder if they're gonna do, I don't know, like a whole Eye of the Tiger thing, like Rocky 3. Like he gets comfortable, he gets soft,
Yep.
gets beat up, got to go through a whole redemption arc, you know.
April likes the statues. He says. He said, "Oh my gosh, the statues."
Yeah, we ought to get some of those for the house. April.
Yeah,
What do you think?
that would really finish off the aesthetic, I think.
I'm gonna put them in the front yard.
I just remember the other day, it was like a locked away memory, that I had a giant life-size Scooby-Doo statue made out of like ceramic. And it took up, because my room was not big growing up, and
Yeah.
it was in there. And we got it from the flea market. My parents got it from the flea market for me, but that thing was in there for a while. And I remember even as a kid, like, this thing is taking up so much room. It was like a huge life-size Scooby-Doo.
Whatever happened to that
Ceramic.
thing?
I do not know. We sold it at a yard sale or something, but it was like a legit.
Oh man.
Where did that come from? Why did I have that? But
'Cause you
I
have,
mean,
like,
I
a
like
Mario.
Scooby-Doo, but
Yeah, you have like a giant Mario thing in your garage still. Right?
yeah, I
Your
still
parents'
have. That's probably one of my most like prized possessions. Is this like rare Mario statue thing? I think it was on that one show, the freaking what? Where are the Pawn Stars or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
and I found out like a history through that or online, but they displayed them in PC World. Like they had a whole store called PC World or something back then. But
Oh, you don't mean Comp USA, do you?
it could have been that. It could have been that, yeah. But they had these giant Mario statues, and yeah, I have that. But the Scooby-Doo one was...
That's a weird one that they would have like Mario at a PC.
Yeah, I
store.
thought so too.
That's actually kind of strange that you mentioned that, because I was thinking about CompUSA the other day, and I think I've showed you guys this before, but I have a copy of Mega Man X for PC,
Oh yeah.
and I don't think that I've ever seen another copy of that anywhere
Oh wow.
for PC. Like I've only ever seen that for Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Let me see if I can see it, if I can find that on eBay, if that's worth anything. Probably not. Yeah, about $20.
You should have lied to me like, wow, $20,000.
Oh, it's even more than first edition Charizard. Amazing. Yeah, so that was a DOS game. I don't even know if it worked on Windows. I guess it probably did, because they made some concessions there. But...
Aliens are still going through. I was trying to think, so on my gaming disappointments thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think, like, I want to start back young. Like, when was one I was like, ah, frick. Like, this sucks. This is not fun. Like, what game did you... Because when you're a kid, you play anything, and you're like, ah, this is fun. Like, you'll put on anything. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really have taste yet, and you're just... I got this for my, for Christmas, or I got this at the store. It's fine. I'll just play it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, like, when did I, like, hate a certain game? Oh, you know what it is? And it was, but we ended up beating it, and we liked it. But me and my dad loved Metal Gear. He showed me Metal Gear Solid 1. It was Metal Gear Solid 2, I think. I liked it, and we beat it, and we had a good time. But, like, playing as Raiden and not playing Snake was such a big disappointment to...
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I didn't play that game
people
until...
I don't think that didn't grow up then didn't know how big of a disappointment that was.
Yeah.
Again, I think that game has a lot of cool stuff, but even now, like, and being on that same ship and stuff, like, I just didn't like the setting was the same, but I still really like, what that game did, but not playing as Snake was a big disappointment for me and my dad. My dad especially. My dad wanted to sell the game, or he did sell the game. He sold the copy, and I was like, I really liked that game, or he was wanting to sell it, and I was like, I still like this, Dad. Like,
did I just see like did you level up or something, like maximum ego increase? What was that about?
Yeah, I don't know what that was either.
Did they ham fist a bunch of RPG elements into this game?
That, or they're making fun of it.
Skyrim or something?
Well, I'm like punching 100-pound weights. That's gotta hurt, but I'm moving them.
You're Duke Nukem, dude. Nothing hurts you.
Duke Nukem.
I'm trying to think about my first gaming disappointment. I
will say renting games, you'd get some stinkers, and that would suck, because that was like your game for the weekend or something. But
yeah, I'm trying to think of my first one. It was probably Zelda Ocarina of Time, because that's the worst game ever made. Totally kidding. That is a tough one, though. I remember one time, I think it was Zelda had just come out, and we were still going down to Hollywood Video, because Showcase Video in the then Kmart Plaza had already moved out, and they were only on the west side at that point. And so you were kind of stuck with this duopoly. There was a Blockbuster, 5 minutes down the road, and then there was Hollywood Video that was 3 minutes down the road. And both of their prices sucked so bad. It was like $5 a night, and when you're like coming from a low middle class family like I did, that's more than any of your.
You know what my dad did?
What's that?
We would rent, and then for Blockbuster, I remember this is the one thing that I was like, oh, okay, like we weren't dirt poor, but this is one thing looking back, it was funny. My dad, we would forget to take it on time or whatever when you'd get hit with late fees the next time you would go to rent. Okay. So we would go to Blockbuster, and then I distinctly remember being like, "Oh, can we go to Blockbuster tonight?" And he's like, "Yes, but we got to go Hollywood this time, Hollywood Video this time." And we would bounce over to Hollywood Video, and then we'd pay off one of them. It's like, okay, you can go to Blockbuster because we wouldn't be able to go. And that's one distinct memory. It's like, oh shoot. Like,
oh Lord, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we I don't know. We never really went to Blockbuster because one, it was further away, and two, like the prices were somehow even worse than Hollywood Video. And then Hollywood Video went out of business, so I guess maybe they should have raised their prices. I don't know.
Maybe that was the big thing.
But they eventually moved out. That's been like a tax preparation place for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Game Crazy went with it. That was a cool place. I
missed Game Crazy, and I was cool with the guys there. They helped my mom because when the Wii came out.
Yeah.
The Wii came out, and it was impossible to get that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had, just accepted my fate that I wasn't getting that for Christmas. And those guys, because like we went down there, okay, we don't have them, whatever. Like they're sold out. Mm-hmm. And I think one of those guys, because my mom was calling every day, and those guys called my mom back after one of the days she was calling. She was like, "Hey, like, come in this day. This is when we're getting our shipment. We'll get one for you." Because, we were always in there. Like, they hooked us up.
Nice.
And another thing they hooked us up with was I got tons of those standees and posters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could say, like, "Oh, let me put a Post-it note on it," and they would let you put your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they closed out, I was so upset. That was like, that was my main game store I always went to.
Yeah.
And that went away, and I went to the GameStop that opened, near us, the closest GameStop to us, and went in there first day, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if we were talking about it. I was with somebody else. I was like, yeah, Game Crazy closed down, and we're here and stuff. And they were like, yeah, they should have raised their prices. And they were real jerks about it. And then I remember seeing a poster. I was like, oh, can I get that? And they were like, well, we don't really give away the posters. And I was like, God, like, that was the start of GameStop's whatever. And they're just now getting back with their stock is the first good thing they've done.
Yeah. I like this. I like the stock.
I like the stock,
for sure.
but not this.
Yeah, they were a bunch of turd muffins for a long time.
Yeah, I miss Game Crazy. They worked with you, and their prices were always fair. But
yeah. You got Isomorph saying hello. Hey, what's going on, Isomorph? Welcome.
What's up, Isomorph? We are playing a game that took 14 years to make. So
modern masterpiece for sure.
So obviously, it's going to be the best game you've ever seen, Isomorph.
Needs no introduction in the civilized world. Actually, it might.
When do I get a gun? Why have I not got a gun?
What the heck? This is taking on Fortnite. Let's go.
Give me a gun. Why am I eating? Why am I drinking soda?
Did you see that there's a documentary about the GameStop stock? I saw that Netflix is going to create something like that. Somebody somehow sold the rights to the story. Like, what they
who
could
had the
just ask
rights?
any Joe Blow off the street could have told you the story.
I'll buy the rights
I'll
off of you.
I'll give you the inside scoop. Just give me $2 million. Yeah. Oh, it's on Hulu. Okay. Yeah. Well,
I thought it was. Wasn't the? Is it called the Winklemeyer twins or what is their name? The Facebook people.
I have no idea.
It's the Facebook people.
The Winkle Boss, I think.
The Winkle Boss. Yeah, they are like producers or something on it. But I was cracking up when that first was announced. We were in like maybe day 5 of that, and I was like, the story's not over.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. Like
it's gonna be. That's the thing. They're like Dead Ringer gonna be a sequel right there.
I'm watching stuff on like what? Okay, grab this. Okay. Oh, we're getting some physics. This is like Half-Life.
Oh, yeah, because this is what we really wanted. When we play Duke, right?
But something's changed where like when stuff would happen, you see it on TV or something, whatever. And you wouldn't know the story, like, and then like Netflix, and you have all these documentaries, really interesting documentaries coming out. Mm-hmm. Hello, Seraph on the YouTube chat. Welcome, Seraph. I think I'm saying that right. From Indonesia. Welcome.
Oh, cool. Welcome.
What was I saying? Oh, but yeah, you get quick access to like, okay, this is happening, whatever.
Okay.
But I think the GameStop one shows like maybe you should give it a second because like I feel like within a year, within like actually a couple months, you might get like news stories. Like here's the story between. A big one for me, I think the most recent example is that freaking Fire Festival thing. The Fire Festival. Do you remember that? Where that festival and they were selling those very expensive tickets.
No.
You don't remember that?
I don't think I heard about that. Was it fake?
Ja Rule was involved. Do you remember that? Ja Rule, and he was promoting it, and they oversold this whole thing, and when people got there was no way to get off the island, and there was none of the amenities and stuff. So they made a Fire Festival documentary. Hulu and Netflix both came all on the same week with theirs.
Wow. Okay.
But I was like, this was only like a year or 2 years ago. Like we're already doing a documentary on it, but so now with the GameStop one is like an extreme example of that.
Yeah, hot off the presses, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Isomorph says he knows that this game gets a lot of crap, but it could be a lot worse. The DLC is decent as well. Hey, I'm already really impressed with.
Yeah, I mean, you've never played it. You've never played it.
Yeah, I have, and this is the my first experience with it, and I grew up, really loving Duke 3D, but no joke, like I'm, it's not really knocking my socks off at the moment, but some of the physics stuff that they've done, like drawing and like the graphics are good.
Insert energy cell. Okay,
I'm not hating it. I'm having a good time.
Okay,
all right.
I think I'm gonna put a weight in there. Oh no, it's this.
Okay.
There we go.
So regarding my first disappointment, that I can remember, I think it might have been Yoshi's Island. As stupid as that is, because that game is fantastic.
I didn't like that game the times I played it. I need to probably give it another chance, but I didn't really like it the first time I played it too.
I hated that game the first time I played it because it just felt like almost tedious, having to manage baby Mario and get flower petals or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was just really bummed about that game for some reason. But I actually got another copy, I guess maybe last year, for Super Nintendo, because I kind of did this whole restoration project or preservation project or whatever you want to call it, and I played it and I was just like, wow, this is a really fun, very cute game.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was kind of a nice redemption there. I didn't play all the way through it, but what I did play, I had a really good time with.
Yeah, we should even out with like redemption arcs, like if we revisited a movie or anything really, or games, like.
Yeah.
Because I've done that too with like movies or TV shows, like that I watch. I was like, this sucks, or this is too whatever. But older as an adult, you see something you didn't see, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
I get this now. Like this is fun.
Yeah, I mean, tastes change as we get older, and I mean, it's bound to happen at some point or another. But
okay, I guess I'm on a racetrack now.
Wow, they have really dialed this stuff up to 10. This like non-shooty.
Yeah, there's just all these crazy different things you can do.
Oh my lord.
I think the 14 years was working on all this extra stuff.
Yeah, dude. I think I've seen you shoot 2 guys so far. That's so you got to get that power cell thing, right? Is that what I'm saying?
Do?
That thing glowing there in front of you.
Do I have to push it over to that, I guess?
I think it's on like a ledge. Unless maybe, yeah. See my.
It is on a
I
ledge.
think you gotta go up.
I gotta go
up and
around.
around.
Like
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, this is like Halo or like Half-Life.
Yeah.
This is just like Half-Life.
One game I do definitely remember being disappointed by, and like I stayed disappointed, was oh man, so the backstory is Ocarina of Time had just come out, and of course it's nowhere to be found. Everybody's already rented it, everybody's already bought it. It's gone. And I went to, oh gosh, I went to get not GameStop, but Hollywood Video to try to rent it, and it was gone. And I didn't want to leave empty-handed. Like I had to rent something.
Yeah, you have to get something if something wasn't there.
Yeah, like my dad went through the whole trouble of taking me down there and blah blah blah. And so I got some Colin McRae rally car racing game.
Oh yeah.
And I don't care about racing, like rally. I don't really care about at all. And then you imagine this was like an N64 game. I distinctly remember like the cars feeling sluggish. The graphics weren't that great, and so that was like a waste of a weekend for sure.
Yeah.
That was the waste of the weekend game right there.
That sucks when like
Yep.
there was a game you really wanted. It's not here. Yeah, you have to get something else. So you
Yep.
look around and you just looked at the box art. Like that was all you had to base it on and read the back.
That's
and you're
it.
like,
That's all you had.
frick, I guess this looks cool, and it ends up being the lamest thing in the
Yeah.
world. And
Yep. Yeah, because the internet wasn't like super prevalent yet, or at least we didn't have access to it at my house because I grew up with a bunch of boomers. but it's
oh, I could get the power cell in here.
we didn't really have a lot of access to the internet, so reviews weren't really a thing in our house, and then it's just that's how it shook out. You had to just take what you got and then try to make lemonade out of lemons, so to speak.
Until you got gaming magazines, and that helped to like know what was going on.
Yeah, but even then, like you would read those while your mom was shopping at Kroger or whatever, and you never got to buy it because they're stupid expensive too. So you just kind of rush to look at reviews and maybe some new games on the horizon coming out. You can pick up steroids. Wow,
Oh,
is this what
shoot.
steroids? This is what
Okay,
steroids
this
look
rules.
like, dude.
Now we're getting into fun.
Nice. This is like that one thing in Doom where you pick up the flaming orb thing.
Oh my gosh.
Watching the crap out of these dudes. I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm ready to try steroids now.
Yeah, this looks fine.
This is pretty cool.
I'm a bit of a steroid head now.
Yeah,
Or
if I
void
could
head.
just punch monsters into 1,000 pieces. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
monsters come.
April said no. Come on, April.
Yeah, we should have done steroids and played this. That should have been the other thing.
Should have got those statues in the front yard too. There you go. All right. You had a laser gun, but now you got a handgun, and somehow that's better.
Yeah, now you get a handgun.
Now you're gonna get it, aliens.
Oh, I could have executed them.
Oh, I think you still
Boom. This is like Doom 2016.
can. Nice. Glory kills, dude. I think, honestly, I might like this better than Doom Eternal. If
I was about to say, I was thinking about that. Like,
oh, jeez. Don't even start. Now, hey, now, that.
that was your
If we're
disappointment.
if we're talking about recent disappointments, that one takes the cake for me, honestly.
I was excited for that, and when they said there's no deathmatch, I was like,
Yep.
goodbye. Like, I
Yep.
was so upset because we had
Yep.
such a fun time playing the deathmatch in the 2016 one.
Yep.
That game was incredible, and so was the multiplayer was so fun.
Yeah.
And the
that was-
reasoning was crazy because the entire old community of like Doom and stuff was built on like these fast-paced stuff, and they were like, "Oh, it's a Twitch shooter. We don't want to be like whatever." And it's like that's what people like.
Yeah, it was.
People
It
really
was.
like.
Yeah, it felt to me like it was a really loud minority saying, it's either it feels too much like Halo or it's too fast or something. And
ISO for Grease. But,
Yeah.
yeah. Bummer.
yeah, I tried. Well, I finished Doom Eternal, the base game, and now they got the 2 DLCs, one of which just came out I think today or yesterday.
Yeah.
And I just don't care, to play the DLC. I barely kind of limped across the finish line on the base game. In fact, I think I streamed all of it.
Oh, really?
And yeah, like I don't know if April remembers, but holy cow, that last boss that was infuriating. I hated that so bad.
My
And-
other disappointments, we're talking more recent. I gotta talk Destiny. Now we've got some big Destiny
Really?
fans. Travis is a Destiny fan, but he was more Destiny 2. He's got when he got into it.
Okay, Destiny 1 then.
But
okay.
Destiny 1, I mean, we're coming off of Halo. Like,
Yeah.
this is their new IP. Oh my gosh. And, can I fly? Like, what am I doing here?
Isomore said they emailed him about that the other day, or that today, and he didn't even know the first one.
DLC.
Yeah,
I didn't even know
Yeah.
they had a first DLC either.
Yeah, I was kind of the same. I remember I did hear about the first one, and I was just like, I don't think I care enough. And then this newest one comes out, and I'm like, I'm seeing the video, and it's like dragons flying around and space swords, and I'm just like, wow, that is.
Some people
that
are
is-
really big on that game though, but it definitely. I think Doom 2016 was like legit. Everyone loved that game. I didn't see really too much criticism. Whereas Doom Eternal, it's split. Like people are split on that one.
Yeah, and I'm on the left side of that one. I just cannot really get into it. They did improve a lot of things. I will give it credit where it's due. I thought the mobility was way better. You know, doing like the dashing. And like air dashing, some of the guns feel better. Like the double barrel shotgun felt better.
Yeah.
It felt
April, back on the Destiny stuff. April said, and we had 4 people that wanted to play Destiny together. So that's where it starts. That's where it starts. So
boy, yeah,
stoked.
3 people. Come on.
Stoked for freaking. So stoked to play Destiny. We jump in. We got we're all online, hyped to play this thing. Okay, we're gonna play some on together. Cool. And do you remember it was so stupid that it was only 3-player that I distinctly remember going, yeah, it's glitching out. It's not letting us add the other person to the campaign thing. Okay, well, let me try again. And we kept backing out, and we did that like 4 times, and it was like, I think one of us finally went online. It was like, yeah, it's 3-player max for that. I know the raids, you can do 50 people or whatever, but that's not, we wanted to play the campaign. I played Halo 3 with 4 people, you know.
I don't get the people that defend it. Like, what is such a problem?
Travis has said in the past that the reasoning was that there's 3 classes.
Make another class.
We'll have make another class, or we'll have a duplicate of that person. I don't know what to tell you. Like, we'll have a duplicate. Like, I don't care.
We're not going to cry over spilt milk.
And what's even funnier is we just played. Me and Travis played the Ghost of Tsushima raid stuff, and we both chose the same class. So we're running around as the same class. So
wow, that's
possible.
weird.
It's possible to have
that's crazy. Wow, that's pretty revolutionary. You mentioned.
So I think the biggest bummer is that I played that in 07 on Halo 3. So there's point number 1 against Destiny.
Yep.
And then we'll split up. We split up and just talk to each other 2 and 2 or whatever.
Yeah, that sucked.
That was not fun.
Nope.
Then I ended up playing some of the campaign with you guys, or somebody jumped in, or whoever's on my team. I remember going to work after the weekend or whatever, and I remember talking with somebody else that got the game, and going like, hey, you know, I'm not far in the campaign. I'm only at Mars. I think it's Mars or whatever. It was one of the
That's the end.
And I said, yeah, I'm only at Mars. We haven't played that long. And he went,
yep.
Yeah, you're at the last level.
Yep.
And like my jaw hit the floor. Like I was speechless. And I decided that night I was like done. I think we played one more time and I sold it. And I basically paid $20 for that game because I sold it for like $40 or whatever. But I paid $60 freaking dollars for that launch game, and that Destiny 1 at launch was a turd. Oh my gosh, it just did not have content. I mean, it's 3 people only, but
I mean, it was cool because, like, you know, I liked the old Russia pretty well, and then
I should take back that it has the best gunplay of any FPS.
Yeah, the speeder bikes were fun and stuff, but
the controls and the tightness, they nailed that. But the content was so bare at the beginning.
And I remember just really being like dumbfounded when there was one character, and I think it was on Venus, the next to last level probably, and she's like. She's some assassin or some sniper or something, and I just remember telling us that she didn't have time to explain why she didn't have time to explain or something like that. And I'm just like, wow, that is super. We still
quote that when stuff doesn't make sense in the game.
Oh my gosh, dude, come on.
Isomorph says they scrapped the entire Destiny 1 story like a year before the game came out, and the rewrite was so shitty. Yeah. There's been stuff since that, like you're talking about, like what happened or whatever. Yeah. Like I think Jason Schreier did some write up, or there's been some other like videos. Like that game. And then they signed a 10-year like plan with Blizzard when they were with Blizzard at the time. They are no longer with Blizzard, but there's so many things that's like, man, that's the one thing where it's like, I'm sure Destiny 2 is fun, and there's definitely more of a following for Destiny 2, and I love that. Like Travis loved that game. That's cool.
Yep.
But for me, I just get a bad taste in my mouth because that was the foundation, and you're making a sequel, and you know what I mean? Like I want.
They fired the main guy, and the details are fuzzy because it was forever ago. Yeah.
So that was possibly one of my top like biggest disappointments, because it's like, do I shoot this one?
I don't even know. I guess so. Things are like flying off of it. So. You know,
That might be
Destiny
one of my
2.
top ones.
Yeah, Destiny 2, we played a good bit. April even played that one with us, and you know, we had a good time with it. It seemed a lot more fleshed out, a lot more
I played
content.
that. That one was more content. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a good time with that one. The Destiny 1, I think we were in the. He says he remembers the 10 years thing. Yeah.
Yeah, when I read that, and then when you play it, you're like, you're gonna fix this. Oh, the Grimoire cards. So the story wasn't even done.
Oh yeah, you gotta like stop the game.
You had to
open
go
up the web
online for
browser.
the Grimoire cards. It just that might be number one. That's up there because it's just as.
I totally forgot about that, to be honest. The whole Grimoire card thing. Even back then, I was like, well, it's not the worst thing in the world. And then, like, it is pretty stupid. It was pretty stupid.
No, this is actually cool.
You literally want us to stop playing your game just to hop on a web browser so we can check out something
What
that really
do I
doesn't matter.
shoot here? Is this right? There we go. I just gotta shoot the panels off of
Let's see what they look like.
Oh, okay. You gotta shoot the little dudes too, I think. Or they'll fry you.
it. They'll fry ya.
You know, another game I was really sorely disappointed with was Majora's Mask. And I'm not kidding this time when I say that.
That's funny because that, for those that don't know, is my favorite game of all time.
And I will say this, and again, this is another thing where like times change and people change and tastes change as
Yeah.
well. I replayed that when it came out on 3DS. You know, I'm just like, I don't really like this the first go round, but I'll give it a try, right?
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it for 3DS. I
Oh
really
yeah,
enjoyed
come
it.
back. I can see that because if you didn't get on that time mechanic, that game sucks. You know what I mean?
I hated the time.
And I get it. Even
Hated
as a
the
kid,
time.
I thought that was a little weird, but
Yep.
something gelled with me even as a kid. I was like,
Yep.
okay, I'm going between time, and I have 3 days, and there's a giant moon. Like something really stuck with me on that game. That game was
Yep.
haunting to me, and I don't know what it
Yeah.
was. I wasn't really into creepy stuff back then, but that game did something for me.
Yeah, some of even the fan theory stuff is like really fun to kind
Yeah.
of delve into. Like Link is actually dead and blah blah blah.
Well, there's so much death in that game, and
Yeah,
even
it's-
the
it
masks,
is
the
centered
masks you
around
put
death.
on are the freaking mask of these dead people, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's
the
all
whole-
these-
The whole place is called Terminus, like terminal illness or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, or Termina.
yeah, Termina.
But yeah, like the first time I played that, did not like it whatsoever. I thought it was a big step back from Ocarina of Time, and I think mainly because like you don't get to be an adult unless you get the Pierce Deity mask, and you know, like the story was like, I don't know. I think maybe it just went way over my head the first time I played it as a kid. I don't know. I thought for some reason it paled in comparison to like the whole time travel mechanic of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And like being able to see, what happens between 7 years, in the past and in the
Yeah.
future. I don't know, but I did not like Majora's Mask when I first played it on N64, but I had a great time with the 3DS version. I don't know if they changed anything between it, but
I think it was more quality of life improvements. It's very
Okay.
similar.
Yeah.
I think it's a superior version of the 3DS version.
Sure.
I wish they would port that to Switch. Port that
that'd be
over.
cool. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I actually played Ocarina of Time not too long ago on the Citra emulator on PC.
Yeah.
And someone has made a 4K texture pack.
Oh. yeah.
And so you're playing it in 4K resolution with the 4K texture pack. That game is gorgeous, dude. It's still a
I
little
remember
cartoony.
on the 3DS looking at it, going like, this game is freaking good looking. This
Yeah.
remake looks good. Because that was, pixelated 3DS screens or whatever else. Like, it wasn't the best graphics on 3DS, but
Yeah.
yeah, I remember there's certain times. And that tomb specifically, I remember taking like a picture on my phone because like, this looks good. I want to like remember this.
Yeah.
Probably looks good. Come on, Nintendo, listen to our cries.
I don't know. I mean,
Okay. Shoot these guys.
Maybe they
Oh,
will.
I gotta shoot them. I have to get past the part.
you're getting achievements end of the fist, though. Huh.
Shoot that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get those dudes to stop the lasering you.
Look at it. But the problem is I have to shoot this to like battle it. Okay, the health is in the top left. It is going down.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, your ego is all the way up too. That's good, I think.
When does the health go?
When you're shooting that moving
the middle?
piece, I think. Yeah, I think it is. You're shooting in the eye.
Wait, it might not be the middle. Now what's up here? Because those came off.
Yeah, I don't think it's the middle. I think you got to shoot those panels. Maybe that exposes something. Another game that was recently kind of, I don't know if disappointing is a word, but it's just really not for me. And April tried it with me as well. It's the new game Valheim. Have you seen that?
I've heard of it and I want to try it, but you didn't like it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the genre, like survival, that just doesn't really.
Yeah, I don't.
Do it
I'm
for
with
me.
you on that. I'm not a huge. I don't. I think it's fun for a little bit, but I couldn't really stick with it.
You know, like they tweaked it to kind of remove a lot of the the more tedious portions of most other survival games in the genre. Like you don't die of hunger and stuff like that, but even still, like I don't want to have to smack a bunch of trees 50 times to get wood, to build a house, to build a workbench, and blah, rinse and repeat. That's always
But I
felt
would
like
like
work
that as
to
a
me.
kid. You know what I mean? Like we were talking
Really?
about changing tastes, and you didn't like Majora's. I think it's flipped for me on that stuff.
Really?
That stuff could have been probably really fun as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine like you're building this and you have the time to just waste to do that, but like as an
Yeah.
adult, you're like, I don't want to like take 30 years to do something. Like,
Yeah, like I work enough at work, and I'd rather
yeah.
just kind of relax or not.
But
do
as a kid, I think
work.
that'd be really freaking awesome. But,
And I, even
or
Minecraft,
you might have
like
a taste for it as an adult.
yeah, even Minecraft though, like I think I was kind of, maybe I missed the boat on that, or maybe that I was already too old by the time that came out. But so many kids they love Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I played it a couple times, and each time I'm just like, oh, this is neat, I guess, and never really gave it much mind after that. I kind of I fall off it every time because it's just not my thing. And
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I got greedy. I was like, they can't keep. They kept
Oh.
sending ships, and I kept having to. You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb and say not worth the 14 years. I know that might be too soon. People
Come
might not be
on.
ready to hear that, but
give it a fair shake. Come on.
I don't know. It might sell me here. Let's see. You have to kill the ships. So when the ships come, you gotta take the ships out.
Now here was one that I didn't really care for that you guys. I think I'm in the vast minority in not liking this one, but Life is Strange.
Yeah, I loved that.
Oh my gosh, dude. No.
But I
way.
understand that one has a almost cheesiness to it. But I played that game with my wife, and I loved the soundtrack. Like I just liked that music and that atmosphere. But I totally get the kind of this kind of cringe, almost to a cringe level of like
the high school,
Yeah.
Come on.
Now
I will say
they
that
just
the
announced
twist-
the third one today.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Yeah, and they're remastering the first two, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never did play Life is Strange 2, because I didn't like the first one, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I will say like the twist kind of had some cool, or the story had some cool twists. I don't want to spoil anything.
The
third
aspect
twist,
of
but
rewinding, like changing back time and stuff was cool.
that was kind of neat. Yeah, that was.
I think
kinda
that was really well done with the characters and stuff.
neat. Yeah.
There was also my favorite thing. I love when mechanics work like this, but there was a time you didn't have to do it. I don't think even, but like show off that mechanic, like you could rewind time. There was a moment when there was this guy that was like very violent in the town. He was just people were scared of him, and you had a choice to. He was like eating food, and you had the choice to go over and just push his food off the table. And he literally, I think he takes out a gun or he punches you, or like takes out brass knuckle. Like he gets violent with you or like grabs you, and that's like game over. But I cracked up at that. Like, those are my favorite things of like loopy doopy choices like in games. Okay, shoot the freaking ships. Okay, I'm gonna shoot all these ships and maybe they'll lay off.
I don't think so. You're just gonna have to get a couple seconds, like get a couple shots in, and then move back to those things. No, Sam. Goodbye.
No. What the heck?
Oh, frick.
It wouldn't let me go back. Isomorph, is this a classic part of the game that just sucks?
Oh, jeez.
Because it won't let me like do this. Can I change my difficulty?
Let me see here. Duke Nukem.
I'm changing the difficulty.
Forever Mothership. How to beat this thing?
Well, I'm right at the end, but like if I look up for 1 second, I'm gonna like lose. Eisenmore said, yeah, actually. You know, I had a feeling. The turnip parts pretty much all suck. There's more than one.
Oh, no.
I'm getting all these achievements, though. This is the best way to get your achievements up.
Wow, you really are.
I gotta shoot this game.
April, what did you think about Valheim? You were playing with me.
Are you shooting the center? I think that's a weak spot. I've been shooting the back. I felt like I've got more damage. I see the damage move. Oh my gosh. When I shoot this back part, because the panels go away. I'll get this, kill it. Away. See, it is going down when I shoot this back part, right? Oh, I ran out of freaking ammo. Oh gosh.
She says she liked Valheim.
Oh, it is going down. You're right. I shoot a little bit longer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she likes Valheim, but she thinks Ark is better, which she already has.
Ark I played a little bit of. I didn't really get into that one, but
Yeah, that's another one that's like the survival stuff dialed up to 10 though. You can die of hunger and thirst and exposure and all this stuff, and like you poop every so often. That's just gross. So I don't know.
gosh, oh my gosh, we're gonna die, guys.
The sad thing is, like, I want to like Valheim. I really want to like it because I like the art style. I like that it's, you know, native to Linux. I like the idea of it, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh gosh, here come more ships.
Called it Valiumheim. Come on,
My
this
palms
could
are like
be fun.
sweating, guys. Oh my gosh, no. They keep spawning. Is this broke? Did they like cook this wrong? There's too many ships. I got it. Oh my gosh.
Rest in pieces.
Oh, I see. So you're kind of under a time limit before it gets to your section of town, right?
Guess so. Oh my gosh, you knocked Duke out. I forgot. He flips off the... 4 hours later, we're getting a time jump.
Yeah, this is definitely 2011. You're playing this on PC, right? Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I think I mentioned before the stream, like I saw this at Walmart for $360 not long after it came out, and I just remember it was like $10 or something. And even then, I was just like, "That's a little steep, buddy." I don't know
The last time
about
I
that.
felt that way about a game was... What's going on down here? Oh, Duke's peeking. What's it called? Triforce Heroes on 3DS? Do you remember that?
Yeah, the Zelda.
I remember seeing that was going on sale for like 10, or no, it was like 15. It went down in price pretty, fast, and I was like, still too much. And it went down to, I want to say $6 at Walmart. They had a sale for it, and I was like, that's the price for me, and I got it for $6. So.
Isomorph says, "Imagine paying full price because I did." Wow.
Oh, on this, on Duke Nukem Forever,
Bless you.
or Triforce Heroes.
Bless your heart.
He said easy first try. Oh, what's going on down here, guys? Twitch, don't ban me. Twitch.
Uh-oh.
I need that blur filter that's on your background.
Watching the nudies.
How do I... Okay, what's next?
Can you punch the vent thing? Can you stick your hand in it just to stop it, you know?
Nothing's working. Do I just keep staring at these girls? What do I do?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know.
They're making noise.
You gotta be able to shoot that fan or something, right?
What's the deal here?
What the heck is that icon I'm seeing in the middle there?
It's saying that's like I'm crouched.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's step 2? Okay. Oh wait, I took the gun out. Wait, the gun. It won't let me use the gun when I get near the girls.
Oh, can you shoot it from far away?
No. Yeah, but I mean it doesn't.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yeah, that's rules. Hold on.
Why is
A mini map might have helped. I don't know.
I saw his guts spill out.
Gross. What will we do?
Okay, I keep going in here. Alright. It was a maze, guys. This is the maze portion. April said, dang.
Yeah.
What in the world? What was the point of that? And there was loading. Okay, we're down here. That was the whole thing they had to load for? More? Wait, more of this? Okay, we're out.
Hey, you! Oh my God, it's Duke!
Yeah, it's probably best that you know, my
Squealing. You can
mom
save
never
me,
found out
right?
that this game
I mean,
existed
Yeah.
or that I played it.
anything.
Oh man, she would have tanned me real good.
Duke, pull the brake! Come on!
Duke!
We're still
I had a neighbor growing up that he had a cut just like Duke Nukem, and he had a
Oh,
build
like
just like Duke Nukem.
Really?
Yeah,
Pretty good shape, huh?
yeah. He looked like Duke Nukem and he had a build like Duke Nukem, but it was just like whenever I'd see him, like that's Duke Nukem, like that's legit Duke Nukem. But
Cool.
if they ever made the Duke Nukem
Oh my
movie,
God, Duke!
if Yui Bowl, is that his name? Yui Bowl would have made a
Yeah.
game movie. That would have been he would have played him.
Oh, dude. I remember.
I want to have a marathon of like watching those.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good. But
Am I like really tiny? What happened?
oh, you got hit with a shrink ray, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay, that thing shrinks you. I watched House of the Dead from him.
I want to see Postal. I bet that one's
Are you?
Yeah, I bet that's a
toy or
smash
something?
hit right there.
Come to life.
Because that game is a
Cool.
masterpiece
I'm not a
too,
toy
you know.
kid.
Yeah.
I'm an action figure.
Oh, look at this little butt head.
he can push him by running up against him. Okay. Cool.
So tiny. What the
Well,
heck?
you know, I gotta give it to this game. It's ambitious as far as like physics and stuff go.
It really is you, Duke. Look, they're right inside my RC car. Want to use it? It's got your symbol on it and everything.
Are you gonna drive that thing?
Whee!
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Okay, this game does roll. Wait. Hold on, I might have spoke too soon.
This reminds me of oh, what was it called? Big Bumpin'. Remember that?
Big bumping, yeah.
From Burger King. You know, it's strange that I cannot say that I was disappointed by those games. I had an alright time.
We made our own fun.
I mean, you kind of had to know you're getting a game from Burger King. It really don't. You kind of taper your expectations there a little bit.
Okay, I got a big bumping story. We need to play those on stream. I'll save some good stories for big bumping later.
Sure.
We got to do that. I wanted to get some Burger King and us play that. That was before the pandemic. But
Oh man. Does Xbox Live even work on 360 anymore?
yeah, I don't think you could play like online. I don't think a Burger King's still paying for the servers. What if that's on their balance sheet every year? Big bump in servers.
We gotta test this out.
Okay, I will tell this big bumping story because it just cracks me up.
Okay.
But we had some girls over to my house, and Big Bump, for some reason, we were like, oh, let's just keep playing Big Bump, and that's on the whatever. And it's me, you, and these two girls, and I'll never forget.
Right?
I'll never forget. I got up for a second, and you were playing or whatever, and you were trying to start the game, whatever. And when I came back, you accidentally hit new game instead of continue. Well, there was only one save thing. You couldn't have like different saves. So I had worked so long trying to get the achievements on Sneak King, and you overwrote like my save.
Oh
but we were with these two girls we didn't know that well yet, and I couldn't be mad at you overwriting my save to this Burger King game. So I really laughed because I was like, I cannot get mad at this. Like I was like, there's no way you can get mad at this, and I just cracked up because it was like, this is such a silly thing. Like you spent a long time like sneaking around meticulously. I never played that game after that, but
yeah. Well.
But it created some really funny times. Like
I don't know.
That was worth every. I remember having my. I didn't drive yet. Yeah, I didn't drive yet, and I had my mom take me through the drive-thru. And I was like, yeah, I want Big Bump in the video game. Like you bought it through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
And I just remember that experience of getting a video game through the drive-thru, and
that was something, man. That was really something.
Yeah.
That was kind of like when the Burger King had the Pokemon plush toys.
Yeah.
And
I wish I still had those. And that's one thing
those
from my
are
childhood
cool.
I do not have is those like. I still have like some of the toys, but not the ball. Like remember the big ball and it had the gold card in it?
Yeah, those are cool too. I still have my poly roll from that. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I still had that.
Yeah, I still have that in the other room. April says, speaking of games with food, here's one game I wasn't disappointed about. I got this game from a Captain Crunch box. It was called Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure.
That was in 1997. That's awesome.
Wow.
I've never heard of that. I heard of other like games, like PC CD-ROM games that you got in like Chex Mix or something. I don't even know what it was. Like.
Yep.
Um.
Chex Quest.
Chex Quest. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's the one that was like Doom, right?
And I think they just port that, or like they let you buy that the other day. Something happened to where they like ported that to Steam or something. Chex Quest. That just happened, but. I've never heard of Captain Crunch's Crunchling ever. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one either.
Did you see? Speaking of like fast food stuff, McDonald's had like Pokemon cards. Did you see the craze that happened?
Yeah, I think I did see that. Yeah.
People were buying up all these McDonald's Happy Meals to get these cards.
What? Dude, there's so many scalpers now. You can't even buy a Happy Meal with these people. Come on.
You can't even get a Happy Meals anymore. Well, the Happy Meals are still there, but like the cards were gone. But
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I'll take 12 Happy Meals for my 18 kids, please. You know, come on, dude.
Well, at first people were coming in and they were able to just buy the cards.
Oh, come on.
And
now.
they stopped that really quick, and they said you had to buy Happy Meals. So people were getting all these Happy Meals, and then take this as you will, they were getting like 30 Happy Meals they were going through the line and getting, which I bet the people making that food was like, I'm going to kill these people. Yeah. But they did that, and then they took the Happy Meals and were going to like where the homeless were and like giving 30 Happy Meals out. But it's like, maybe it's a win-win. Like they get a Happy Meal,
yeah.
get some food.
Okay.
Food, but the kids still don't get their Pokemon, but the homeless will to eat. But you know, maybe you take what you can get with these.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it though.
If I can get Pikachu,
what's the cost here? You know, what's the cost?
Oh, I hit his toe. This game, I feel similar to this. I don't want to say it's exactly the same. Hey, Lori on the YouTube chat.
Looks like you're in BioShock now.
Yeah, it looks like. What was the freaking saying for that? What is a man? Or would you kindly? That's what it was. Would you kindly, Duke?
No gods, no kings, only man.
Only Duke. But if this game would have came out in the PS2 era, Xbox One era, I think it would have been still just an average game. but I don't think it would have been crapped on as heavily. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
this would have been more accepted, I think, even in the Xbox era and stuff. But
I think the biggest thing that this game,
they had more development time.
yeah, they just needed a few more years. I think the biggest thing that this game had going against it simply was the meme magic, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, it'd become such a meme at that point. Like
And it was never going to meet up to the expectation.
Yeah.
And the other similar thing, and I wouldn't even say it was a big disappointment. It would have had more oomph to it if it would have came out one generation before. Was Kingdom Hearts 3. I really did like how they wrapped stuff up at the end, and I did like every level in Kingdom Hearts 3 has a different like gimmick to it, and I think that has like it's some of the best stuff in that series. Like I really do like Kingdom Hearts 3, but there's a lingering. I would have really liked this on the 360 and PS3 better. Like kind of that's a big bummer. It would have came out then, but now it's like I'm older and I'm still running around with Goofy and Mickey, and it's like.
Yeah,
I had more of a what's the word for it? Patience for this crap, like these cutscenes that go on forever about the darkness is in my heart and the darkness is here and Riku's heart. Like
you probably gotta get out of your buggy.
Yeah,
I think maybe walk under there. Oh, okay.
Let me go. But I did not have the patience.
Yeah, I started playing Kingdom Hearts 3 as loved 1 and 2 as a kid.
Yeah.
I even liked some of the spin-offs. Like I really like Birth by Sleep on Vita, or not Vita, but PSP.
That one rolls.
Birth by Sleep was awesome. I love that one. I did like I beat it with every character to get the full story. I really liked it that much.
Yeah.
And I liked. I didn't like 358x2. I don't think anybody liked that.
I watched cutscenes. So getting ready for 3, I had watched all the cutscenes and caught up with the series. And 358x2 days is like, this is how many times we're gonna go back to Agrabah? Like 300 times. But
I played
a mess. I have nostalgic, fun memories with it. 1 and 2, and then 3. I liked how they wrapped stuff up, but that game was one generation too late. They should have.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like I even liked Recoded because it was more or less like a reimagining of the first game for DS.
Yeah.
I like that because the time I played it was the best I could get. I was like not living at home and I was away at school, so I just had a DS to play with, and that kind of just hit the spot at that moment in time.
You said you liked Recoded?
I did, yeah.
That was the one I watched the cutscenes for, and I was the most mad about.
Really?
But it just seemed like the story meant nothing.
Yeah, kind of.
Because it just you went into a digital world and you were digital Sora and digital Riku, and then you came back out. And I remember like getting into that and being like, I don't even recommend people watching the cutscenes of that. But
yeah, it was one of the most unnecessary games in the series, for sure. But it
scratched an itch. Probably.
Yeah, like I said, it just hit the spot at the time to scratch that itch, and so I was okay with that one. Dream Drop Distance was okay, I guess. I never finished it because of the whole
started
running.
And I didn't get it. I didn't really wasn't.
Yeah, running out of time and having to like automatically switch characters, I didn't really care for. Other than that, I guess it was okay. But Birth by Sleep was awesome. That was like a system seller on the PSP for me.
Yeah, you played that, and I think you were like trying to get me to play it, and then I didn't play it until the remaster HD collection came out. And I was like, this game freaking rules.
Yeah, it was awesome. I really like the PSP. People slept on that pretty hard, but I really like the PSP. I had a fun time with that. Because it had a Metal Gear Portable Ops, it had Silent Hill Origins, Castlevania Dracula X.
Where am I supposed to go?
AOI 2012 says Birth by Sleep has a super fun battle system. I don't really remember it. I remember like the being able to grind and do like parkour and stuff. But I don't really remember the battle system too well.
It's similar. I felt like it was similar to 2. I'm having trouble remembering, but I just know that it was a fun time to play. You switch between Roxas, is Ventus in that, the Aqua and Terra. You switch between those 3 characters, and then you had to go back and do their other campaigns, which were short. And that just kept things fresh. Like I went back and beat all the campaigns and.
Yep, my bad, because I totally when you said Birth by Sleep was super fun, I my mind defaulted to Green Drop Distance, but yeah, Birth by Sleep was awesome, and it had like a online multiplayer component. There was like an arena you could battle in, which was cool, and like the Lilo and Stitch
Yeah,
world was really cool.
That's another thing that made that game fun. They actually had new levels that were.
Yeah.
What the fuck is hit?
Cinderella's
There's rats
Castle
killing
I
me.
liked. Oh shoot. Ew, gross. I like what they did with like Ansem, you know, his kind of backstory. They got started with that in that one,
Yeah.
which was cool. And so that was a cool one. I really liked that. And like I said, it was like one of those system sellers on PSP that just like, man, I really enjoyed the PSP. And that thing saved my life, honestly, because there was a time when like I didn't have any consoles. I didn't have a PC yet. And like it was the best I had. But I was able to download like PS1 classics like Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, Metal Gear Solid 1, like Breath of Fire 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And that got me through a large portion of college, and I had the component cable attachment that plugged into it, so you could play
I
it
remember
on
you
TV.
had that. That was awesome. You're
That
the
was
only person
awesome.
I know that had that.
That
cool.
was awesome. That was like, I like the PSP as a handheld, but being able to play it on the big screen, like, loved it.
Yeah. That is
And
really cool.
yeah, it was
a
like,
Switch before the Switch.
yeah, it was 480i, so it sucked, like in terms of like power, but at the time, like I was so appreciative of that, and it had a lot of fun games.
I wasn't too crazy about the PSP, but I had played like the Ratchet and Clank game for PSP was really fun.
Yep.
I loved
Daxter was fun.
Daxter,
was a
yeah,
lot of
Daxter,
fun.
that was fun.
Yep.
What else was good on there? I had Metal Gear Acid at launch. I got the PSP
Yeah,
at
yeah.
launch,
Yeah.
and I hated that it was a card thing. I was tired of these. Like didn't hate it, but Chain of Memories came out. And it's like I'm done with these card things. I just want to
Yep.
hit things. You know, like I'm just so used. Again, that's a kid thing with taste. But
That's so ironic because like the card builder, the deck builder games are really blowing up right now. Like Slay the Spire is huge right now, and a bunch of others. So
yeah. I'm not
It's really
really big
funny.
on the card game thing, but Metal Gear Acid was just cool just to have a portable Metal Gear. You know?
yeah, that was neat. And then Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops was cool.
Yeah, and Peace Walker.
Peace Walker, yeah, buddy, that one came out for that one. That was cool.
I played Peace Walker for the first time in the HD collection. I don't think I played it on the PSP. I'm trying to...
Same here. But I do have Peace Walker now for PSP, and you know it holds up for what it is. I mean, it's definitely graphically better for the HD remaster, but it's like really impressive that was a handheld game, and you know, PSP was basically a PS2 in your pocket. I thought that was really cool. How
I
do you get that
remember
thing?
it just felt like the future because the Game Boy was, I mean, it was just like 2D and stuff.
Yep.
And there was some 3D, like very rudimentary 3D on GBA, but mostly 2D, like kind of sprites.
Yep.
You get the PSP, you get a wide 16:9
Yeah.
like thing. It looks like a PlayStation. It's so
Yep.
slick. It's mature.
Yep.
And that screen on it, and I remember having that in my hand and being like, "This is just." I don't know. It just felt like a high end. I don't know.
Yeah. It had like you know, it had the analog stick. It had like a basically a CD drive in it, the UMD port.
Yeah. It basically
that-
was like a VHS players for CDs.
It was
That's what
awesome.
it felt
Man.
like.
I loved PSP, and a lot of people kind of laugh at that when I say that, but I really.
It's not one of my
loved
favorite
PSP.
consoles, but I do have fond memories of it. Like
Yeah.
library wise, I have more consoles I like better. But how do I?
And I don't know if
Oh, I
maybe
have a freaking card.
maybe this is like a philosophical question for.
Oh, we're getting philosophical. PSP, philosophical.
I don't know if handhelds can like, if they fall into the tier of, you know, best console ever. But then again, you know, 3DS was a powerhouse. Switch, if you want to call that a portable console or handheld, like that's a powerhouse now.
Yeah.
I love PSP.
The Switch
like I
definitely
said.
blurred the line for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is handheld, but this does have other games that are being ported into it. So.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can like group that in, you know, with could PSP even be one of the best consoles? Maybe not, but for what it was at the time, I thought it was awesome. I really liked that.
Yeah.
But there were, you know, a handful of disappointments with that too as well. So I had one game. I think I might have bought it off of you. It was called Ren Goku. You remember this? You're like,
I know you bought some games off me in the classic. There was one that the menu popped up and you went, "This game is awesome." And you were meaning that it had online.
What was that game? What was that game?
It was a boxing game or something.
Yeah, it was like a Street Fighter game. Not Street Fighter like Capcom, but like fighting in the streets. It was oh crap, what was it? The thing that I liked about that, and I know we always talk about this, but it was like only one person had to have the game.
Yeah.
You could do like a link play without two people having a copy. It was only one copy required. I thought that was really cool.
But that cracked me up when you did that.
What was it?
Let's check this game out. And you just bought it off me and you put in, "This game is awesome." Like the menu. Wow. Wait till you get to the game.
Yeah. Let's see. What game was that? It was. Let me pull it up.
PSP boxing. Jamie, pull that up. PSP boxing game.
The something. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
The boxer.
What is it?
Here's the other statue, April, that's going. You can put that almost on top of your house. You kind of would sit on the roof.
Nice. It wasn't Def Jam 5 from New York. It was The Con. Yeah.
The Con. Yeah, that's I knew it. The C, yeah.
Yeah, The Con. Yep. I still have that somewhere. I mean, I've got all my games. I never really sold them or did anything with them, so they're still around somewhere.
AY, you a big Duke Nukem Forever fan, dude?
Duke, you totally beat their asses.
Oh my god. I was like so
Okay.
scared.
Yeah, that's cool. The
Me
Con.
too. I'm
So if you're ever looking for a fun game to play with a friend who has a PSP but not the game, maybe check out The Con. I don't know.
Oh, they almost kissed, and then the alien comes
Not my babes. Not in my
Did you really just blast that dude in the face twice and he didn't die?
in. They stole the babes.
Oh, okay.
And now Duke is pissed.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. I played like the very beginning of the Hercules level, which is like the beginning of the game. I'm just like I even got like the collector's edition or some kind of special edition that came with like an art book and stuff.
That's the version I got, I think.
Yeah, and I was just
that one I was so dead set on getting like the big collector's edition because I mean I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. This is the final story and Sora's kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But man, they showed like it came with Sora, Donald, and Goofy figures, and it was like $300. Square Enix had they had and they might still have this kind of streak of overpriced freaking collector's editions. And I was like, nope. It was like $300, $350. I was like, nope, no way.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, they did the same thing for the first class edition of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that admittedly, like the Cloud figure with the motorcycle looks phenomenal.
Was sick. That was sick, and I did pre-order that, and I ended up selling it because I was like, I can't justify this price. This is crazy. Like,
I didn't sell it, but I just canceled it. I'm just like, I can't. Yeah, I cannot justify paying $300 for this. Even though it looks fantastic.
And I ended up selling that because that is one thing with the Square Enix. Like it was exclusive to Square Enix, so that did go up the price. I sold it. So I wasn't trying to scalp it. I wasn't trying to like buy it, but I sold it, and that paid for my game. Like after fees and stuff, I just paid for that paid for my.
Okay.
But I really freaking enjoyed. That was my game last year.
I never was like a huge Final Fantasy fan growing up either. Like it was like fate or whatever you want to call it was just so set against me ever playing that when I was a kid that I really didn't get to until I was already basically an adult. And I don't know, it just didn't really resonate with me too well at that point.
Yeah.
So
I remember playing 7 as a kid.
Yeah.
And the turn-based stuff I wasn't gelling with me. But I did keep like I remember I didn't rent it, I had a copy, but yeah, I returned to it in middle school and that was like an incredible game.
Yeah, so let's see. I was fine with turn-based combat because I was able to somehow get a hold of Wild Arms for PS1, but not
I want to do
Final
a hangout
Fantasy
for
VII.
Wild Arms because I want to play that and I think that'd be fun because I know you have memories of that game and all that stuff. So.
So that one hit the spot for me, but like when I tried to get Final Fantasy VII, I don't know what happened, but like everything I tried just always blew up in my face to get that game because I couldn't afford it myself, so I would try to get my parents to buy it. And I remember the last time before I finally just gave up, we were in Berea, Kentucky, and
That's where I got my first dog, I think.
really,
Yep.
okay. So we were there because my parents owned some property there a long time ago, and they had a Walmart there, and that was about all they had too. And you know, I was tagging along while they were just doing work on the property, and I was just a little kid. I had nothing to do, so you know, a lot of times when we would go about once a year, maybe twice a year, they would you know buy me a game basically to just you know keep me occupied.
Yeah.
And I tried to get that one because you know I've been clamoring for it for months at this point. It was probably already a year old, I guess. And you know we're at Walmart, we're at the checkout counter at the electronics department, and sure enough, the clerk she's like, you know, this game has cursing in it, right?
Oh.
And you know, hit that eject button because we had to bail. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, lady. Yeah,
She was 97.
sure.
What's she doing in 97? It wasn't.
Yeah, she's being the kid police for making minimum wage at Walmart. So
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, thank you, kid police.
Yeah, so I didn't get it, and I think by the time I finally did roll around to actually playing that, I think I borrowed it from John Markham,
Yeah.
and I was probably already like 18 or 19, maybe even 20 years old. Well, maybe not, somewhere around there, ballpark around there, and it just didn't really hit that well for me for some reason. I got through the first disc, and I'm like, well, I think that's enough. I'm good. So I've actually never finished Final Fantasy VII, even to this day. We're pretty far on the PC version. We need to pick that back up, actually, because I am enjoying it.
You know what's funny? I'm going to do a reversal. We're talking game disappointments. Final Fantasy 13. Notoriously, people just crap on it because, and it deserves it. Japanese developers around that time, and they admit it, that they could not figure out the HD era stuff. Like, they could not scale up for that development cycle and all that stuff was going on. Like, there is just a lot of poo-poo games around that area. And Final Fantasy 13 kind of suffered from, Final Fantasy is known for, like, towns and, you know, cool areas, open worlds and stuff, and that game is so extremely linear.
Yeah.
And that is like, it's literally hallways. Like, you're just going down hallways and stuff, and there's one open area in the entire game.
Yeah.
And I remember getting the game at launch, and the graphics were mind-blowing. I mean, that's what kind of Final Fantasy is known for.
Yeah, April played that not too long ago.
And I want to replay that. I want to replay it on the stream because I ended up like digging that game. I remember getting to a hard part and like quitting it and coming back months and months and months, maybe a year later and beating it. But the battle system actually I did enjoy, like the way it was kind of set up. There's almost like a rhythm to it of like, okay, I gotta attack. Did you play 13 or see any of that?
April played it, and she did it on stream not too long ago, maybe 6 months
really?
ago, I guess. Yeah, I never played it, but I think she liked it pretty well.
Yeah.
But they came out with 3 of those, didn't they? Like 13, 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, so I've never played the other ones. AOI's just count me in on that Final Fantasy 13 stream. Yeah, I want to get on that because the graphics were incredible at the time. The combat just has a cool rhythm to it. So, I don't know if you've seen any of that, Alex, or I've watched April play or whatever, but like, when you're attacking, like, it's normal turn-based, but you can like have like set procedures for these characters.
Okay.
So what you can do is literally just autopilot these characters, and it's like, okay, I need them all to attack. That's all they're gonna do. A boss might like change their form, and it's like, hey, they're weak against magic. Oh, then I'll like auto switch to like all the characters. Boom, switch it once, and they just attack with magic. Okay, I need to have one healer here because he starts doing an attack, but I do need to keep attacking him. But I need to heal. Okay, I'll switch to this like, you know, set of commands. But it almost is like you get into a rhythm of like, oh, okay, now I'll switch, and you got to know when to switch, and that became really fun to me, and I really dug that system.
Yeah.
That game kind of, where it does suffer other than the linear stuff is it suffers in everything has a crazy name. I remember the name of like these enemies or the Lassie or something, and everything has the craziest, most drawn out name.
Yeah,
it
I
is the
remember
most
that.
dumbest names on planet Earth. But I want to try that, and I want to try out the other ones. Like I do want to get those. I think they might be on sale right now. And the guess what?
Oh yeah, Square Enix is having a sale right now. That's right. Yeah.
Maybe I should get
Actually, let's check that out. You probably
what's the
could
price? Let's see. Maybe I get those right now.
Let's check it out.
The Stimmy just hit. Who cares? They could be $30 a piece. They're
Let's
worth
grab
it.
them. Grab them all. You got 15 games to play. Let's see. I don't even see the.
This looks like BioShock right here. I could put BioShock as the title. And people are like, oh,
Holy cow!
okay.
This does look like BioShock. I'm actually not seeing the Square Enix sale. Maybe because I got my preferences set up.
Would you kindly? You know what? I think, even though BioShock came out in 07, I think they copied off this. They saw some concept art for this. This is a really good looking sign. The graphics? Is this HDR? Was this
Wow.
AOI says, just don't buy Lightning Returns. Is that going to be on the new disappointing games list?
Don't leave us hanging. Why not?
I think a lot of those... I thought 13.2 kind of fixed some stuff. I think there is towns in 13.2, but Lightning Returns I don't know much about. Oh, I did see there is a meme about Lightning Returns. Have you seen this?
No.
The meme is that polygon dog. There was a dog in the game that wasn't done like right. It wasn't textured right, and it's literally like a polygon. Like look up Lightning Returns dog and you'll see it.
Okay.
Or
yeah,
actually, you know what? I wanna show off my. Well, how's it gonna work?
Yeah, so 13 is $8. 13.2 is $10, and Lightning Returns is also $10. They're all 50% off.
Lightning Returns dog. I pulled you over into.
That's one thing I do not miss from streaming.
Okay. So I'm pulling up on the stream right now.
Okay.
You can check it out. So Lightning Returns dog. It's not textured. And
Holy cow!
That's what the dog looked like. They were like, "Hey, this game we got to have this release date." All right, dog.
Wow.
Part 41. That's so funny. Here's the dog.
Man. Holy cow! That's great.
Oh.
That's awesome. Are they all the animals like that, or just that one?
I think just that one.
Okay.
There it is, though. There it is in like a cutscene or something. Oh my god.
That looks really stupid.
And the hat's too big. What's up with her hat? The hat's too big.
What is that? A sword on that person's back? What is the circle thing?
What are you gonna do? Serve pizzas to me? Ain't gonna hurt me.
Are those saws or something?
They look like they're serving pizzas from that sword. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't wait to. How much was this? Did you find out what the cost was on?
Yeah, $10 for 10 or 13.2 and 13.3, and then $9 for, or $8 for the first.
Oh,
one.
They didn't put them all in one package. I gotta buy them separate.
Yeah, they're all separate.
Oh my gosh.
They're all on sale. They're all half off. So, you know. There you go.
The Stemmy hit. So I'll do it. I who cares?
Yeah.
But you know what? I had to seek out. You're gonna be mad at me because you don't like the site. Maybe Twitch doesn't like the site, but I went to CD Keys to get Duke.
Oh,
because Duke was $20, and I was like, you know what? I love my channel. I love whatever, but I get paid $0 for this, and I'm not spending $20 on Duke. Sorry.
Oh, that reminds me.
So I paid $2 for Duke, guys. So.
That reminds me. There's Prey, the original Prey. You can't get that on Steam anymore, right? The license is gone, right?
Oh, Prey, the original Prey?
It is no longer available, and it has not been for several years. Yeah, I had to buy that on like a CD Keys type website as well, like maybe last year. So keep an eye out for that because
it's like a rare game now.
That's the only way you can get it. And in fact, if you pull up like the game artwork in Steam, there's a big sold out label stamped on top of it, like the picture.
Really?
Yeah, like the icon of like Tommy's got like a gun over his shoulder or something. Yeah. It's like Prey. Yeah, there's like a big sold out.
Okay, let's see this.
I don't even know if it's listed anymore.
Yeah,
So
it might not even pull up.
yeah, good luck. See what happens.
Let's look up like Prey.
You could probably find it on my. If you go to your friends list, you could see it under my.
Oh yeah, well I'm not logged in. Let's see. Prey
okay.
listing. Steam. No, that's the old one.
That's the new one. Yeah.
Oh, it's 06. Okay. Show me the listing. Here's the community. Where's the store page? There's usually like a link to the store page. Okay, I see a lot of Russian. It's the only people I can get it from. It's the Russians. They know how to get it.
Let me see if I can just send it in the chat and you can pull it up.
Okay.
1 second.
Yeah, put it in the Twitch chat and I'll click it. Another disappointment. We'll talk about disappointments for a second. It's got to be for me the Xbox One because
the entire console.
The entire console.
Wow.
I had money in hand ready for this thing, and that came out around the time of like Edward Snowden and Prism and all that like stuff. That was the E3. Like E3 happened right when that was going on, when all the leaks and stuff. Like he blew the whistle and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You had to have Kinect. It costed more than the PS4. There was just a laundry list of bad things, and it was like, I guess I don't get this now. Like, there is nothing enticing me to get this. There was no, like, that is probably one of my least favorite consoles of all time. Like,
so I posted it in the Element chat, so if you want to pull that up, I don't know if you just click on it or whatever. But
can you put it in the Twitch chat? Is there any way you can do that? Because, like, there's a lot of stuff I got to do to...
I don't think so, because I would have to like upload it to somewhere on the internet. I think.
Hold on, let me see if I can. How do I bring this up?
Maybe. Oh wait, yeah, we could get that to work. That's right.
Show chat. Oh, it just says sold out.
Yeah, just sold out.
Yeah, we're just sold out of it. It's just gone.
So you cannot get that on Steam anymore.
I better get on that because I want to freaking play.
You better, yeah. I don't know if maybe it's I guess there's a finite number of keys out there, right? So
yeah.
I don't know.
It's like the first NFT was Prey for Steam. First non-fungible token. Wow.
Oh, speaking of NFTs, I actually bought some today. I think I sent that in the group chat.
Oh, yeah,
I bought.
You got some, they're called Toshimon, and they're little packs.
Toshimon booster packs, yeah. They're first edition. Such a rip-off of Pokemon.
Nice. Is it shadowless?
They're enormous rip-offs of Pokemon and like Dragon Ball Z and a bunch of other stuff, memes and stuff. But yeah, they're NFTs, and you can buy booster packs of them for a card game that is forthcoming.
Oh, there we go. My controller.
Yeah, you're good.
Back to a great game, not disappointing to anybody at all.
The thing is, like, I dumped $500 into Ethereum, and you wouldn't believe how bad fees are associated with Ethereum if you want to buy like a physical or tangible object or something. I guess
like the NFT
as well. Yeah. They charge you a gas fee.
I've heard of that, and I saw an explanation of it. It like kind of is like, there's like someone described it as like you got to get on the bus. I don't know how that works. Like they explained it in a bus analogy. Like if you want to get on the bus, and there's like you have to pay the fee for someone to take you. You know what I mean? Like
and I just kind of envision it as like you're paying a surcharge for I guess maybe the electricity or something to actually add this to the Ethereum blockchain or whatever. But it's like it is enormous. It was $60, about $58 to buy the packs just in fees.
Oh my gosh!
So
it was $50 for one pack.
No, it was $50 in fees for buying all 3 packs that I bought.
Oh, $50 just for fees, and you bought $500 worth though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not cheap, but Ethereum is just one of those ones. I mean, it's not like Bitcoin, at least yet. I've never bought anything with Bitcoin yet, but I've like transferred it out into my own physical hardware wallet.
Yeah.
And fees aren't bad at all. They're maybe a couple bucks usually.
Yeah.
For transferring and stuff. But Ethereum, holy cow, dude! I didn't know it was that bad.
Okay, bye. Control.
And there's another cryptocurrency that I'm kind of keeping my eye on as well. It's called Alice is the abbreviation, but it stands for My Neighbor Alice.
Yeah.
And
sounds like something you'd use to remember a math problem.
It's a game. It's a game coming out on, and it's actually got a Steam page already called My Neighbor Alice, and you can look this up now if you wanted to. And it's going to be like Animal Crossing, or I guess Stardew Valley or something like that. And all the in-game items are going to be NFTs.
Oh wow!
And so like, cool. Yeah, it's a really forward-thinking game in my opinion, because all the items are NFTs. They have a marketplace that's completely driven by NFTs, and the My Name is Alex, or Alice, my neighbor Alice, cryptocurrency. So like they just had their initial, I guess, public offering or whatever you want to call it.
That's cool.
Their initial coin offering, and oh man, it was like 2 cents, and then it shot up to like $60. So people pumped and dumped hard, but.
Yeah, I mean, when you add that game component, that's where I think the sky's the limit with NFT stuff. It's really exciting. I think that stuff's really cool once you like get a grasp of what's going on. It's like, oh, like there's a lot of possibilities here.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see the value in it yet, but like I totally get it. It's just
it seems stupid at first because like, oh, you could just copy paste the image. Yeah, that's true, but it's like if I have a Picasso, like there's a million Picasso copies, but like you have the Picasso, and we can verify that. Like
so I was talking to Kenny about that the other night actually while we were lifting, and he didn't really get it either until I kind of said, like, imagine Nintendo or Game Freak or Wizards of the Coast or whatever. They have a pretty good idea of how many first edition Charizards they've ever printed and therefore are out in the wild. And the thing is like people can recreate them, but they are pretty good. They're pretty good at spotting potential fakes, right? Like they're pretty accurate in spotting that kind of thing, but they don't have 100% efficiency at spotting them every time. Right? So like they have a 99% idea of how many first edition Charizards are in the world. They'll never be 100%, but like with NFTs, for like without a doubt, because of their hash on the Ethereum blockchain or whatever blockchain they use, without a doubt, like this is an authentic one because the initial creators of this NFT, they have a vested interest in keeping a list of the official authentic ones, because that scarcity is what drives the value, right?
Yeah, I just died really bad.
Ooh,
shot a trip mine.
Whoops. So yeah, I think NFTs are really cool. And again, I'm like everybody else in that it sounds kind of stupid at first, but really it's just like a digital representation of an analog object.
Yeah.
So it's like getting a digital first edition Charizard, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm keeping watch on all that stuff because I don't have any NFTs of my own yet. I thought it'd be funny to make some goofy ones myself, like try to draw some stuff up.
Kenny made some like Yu-Gi-Oh / Naruto cards the other day, and excuse me, like he is every bit within his power to mint those and make those into NFTs if he wanted to. So that's really funny, and I don't know. I mean, like Toshimon, for instance, they have ripped off Nintendo Hardcore and Pokemon Hardcore, right?
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe they will get a cease and desist at some point. I don't know, but
how does that work? It's the Wild West. Like, once it's a token, can you take that like? Yeah,
that cat is out of the bag because if somebody has that, like you can't just take it from them. You can't reclaim it from them.
Yeah.
You can't invalidate it. So like if Nintendo or anybody wants that NFT, they're gonna have to buy it.
Yeah.
And so I mean, imagine that like. That just drives the scarcity up even further. I think you got to shoot the.
Fire extinguisher hurt me.
Oh gosh.
Have you ever used a fire extinguisher or been around a fire extinguisher? I've only seen videos, and it just is so much white dust or whatever that is in there and
Yeah.
stuff. But
I think I've maybe used one in like a class or something.
oh really?
Yeah.
If you're in the chat, have you ever used a
Mac.
fire extinguisher?
Maybe like a home economics class or something like that.
Yeah. Any other disappointments we can think of? I'll go ahead and wrap up the stream here in just a second. Maybe finish this little level here, but I will say Skyward Sword. I went off the other day.
Oh yeah.
On that. That game was aggravating as all get out. That game just was big disappointment for me.
Mhm.
April says yes. Had to in high school. She used the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I got a few more. Like StarCraft 2 was kind of a disappointment because I really
Did that
love
come out
Warcraft 3.
2014 or something? It was more newer. Wasn't it?
Somewhere around there, yeah. It's a little more recent than some of the others we've mentioned already, but I was a really big fan of Warcraft 3 and the original StarCraft, and there were just some mechanics that they stripped out of StarCraft 2 that I liked in Warcraft 3,
Yeah.
namely the hero unit mechanic. Yeah, I didn't like Skyward Sword. I didn't really care for Twilight Princess either because the color scheme made me kind of like queasy.
It has a certain style too, but I get that. But
Yeah, that brown, teal, orangish, being in the Twilight realm, that's like, bleh.
especially on the Wii, I like. Did you try to get on? Like they ported it. Well, you didn't have. The
Yeah,
Wii U,
that's
did
the
you?
only
But,
one
like,
I had the Wii
Oh, okay.
version.
No, I'm
That's
talking about the
the
Wii U. The Wii U, when they ported it to that, they HD, they kind of scaled it up.
I had that one too. Yeah, I got that one too. I got that mainly for the amiibo that came with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
which
what
that was
it?
cool.
Oh, it was Midna. Yeah, I have it there.
Yep. I didn't play that version, but I did finish the Wii version. What else? I don't know. We already mentioned Doom Eternal. Valheim. I don't know. There were quite a few.
I think I've named like the major ones that like.
Yeah.
The game is one of my favorites, but there was the realization of what it was in Metal Gear Solid 5. When you get towards the end of that you figure out that they did not get it all the way complete. There was stuff that just missing, and there was stuff they wanted to do more. And if you got the collector's edition, there was even an extra chapter thing. It was basically like they like put up there was even like stuff at the time. Like when you watch that cutscene thing, you can go on YouTube and watch it now. It's called Chapter 51 or something, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll even say like right here there's gonna be a fight, and like this was gonna be this, and it's like this wasn't done. You know what I mean? Like I thought that was cool. They added it at least to the limited edition, like
Yeah.
copy thing. But then you're like, oh, like you get to a point in the game when you realize it wasn't out yet. And I remember even reading like, hey, they had a falling out, Konami and Kojima, and I went, oh, the game's not out yet. Like I'm really looking forward to Metal Gear Solid 5, and they're like, oh nope, the game's still coming out, no problems. I was like, it's definitely affected. Maybe not. And then you play and you go, it definitely got affected from that falling out. Like, so that was like sickening to my stomach. I'm like, oh, this game's been more and more. But overall, still one of my favorite games.
That kind of reminds me, just talking about the lack of time and budget, or, Dark Souls 1 was kind of like that. I played them out of order. I played 3 first and then 1 and then
You
2.
went back.
Yeah, and
This
just
ain't that good, yeah, because you had all these other systems.
yeah, just seeing. Well, Bed of Chaos. Do I need to say any more? That was like the worst boss ever.
Yeah.
It's just so dumb, just so arbitrary, and like where the floor breaks and you fall to your death, and just the demon ruins itself, and Blight Town, just that one. I didn't really care for that one as much as the others. 2's my favorite.
Time is short. The aliens are pouring
Looks like
in by
older
the
Duke.
dozen.
What's on his
Taking the dam, Duke.
That's Mr.
The
Nukem.
Hoover
Got a
Dam.
Band-Aid on his-
They've got technology that allows them to harness the generators.
what rapper had the
to create
Band-Aid
some kind
on
of wormhole in the sky.
I think that was Nelly, right?
Nelly, yep, it was Nelly.
Yeah.
By the dozen on
He
radar.
cut himself shaving or
Destruction
something.
of the mothership hadn't slowed them down
Continually.
one bit. However, we've got even more immediate problems. They're taking our women, Duke.
They're taking our women.
I
Dude.
think.
Oh my gosh, we have to save.
So is the entire game just based in Trump Tower, or like what's going on
The
here?
women are being taken
You know?
to the Duke Dome.
It's just like
I
to
don't
the
think
Duke
choice of
Dome.
venues is a coincidence.
Jeez.
For them, it's personal. We need to move in and decimate the alien force on all fronts.
Lady
I've asked
killer.
your old friend Captain Dillon to
Is that the
join
name of
us.
this
He
casino
knows
thing, or what is this?
I guess
I'm
so.
hoping all of the Earth Defense
Let's
Force
go to the
will
lady
learn
killer
from
tonight.
your example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get to the Duke Dome as fast as you can.
Get to the Duke Dome,
The
alright.
advance force is already on its way, but they're outmanned and outgunned. We need you, Duke. Now more than ever.
Alright, I think that's a good place to stop before we get to the Duke Dome. But thank you
Alrighty.
for joining us in the Duke Dome. Thank you for letting us berate you guys with. I think we said our disappointments, but there was a few saving graces. Some games you needed to come back to. You know, some games
Yeah.
you needed to revisit. They're not as bad. Maybe that's with Skyward Sword. Probably not, but
Maybe, probably not.
yeah. Oh, thank you, Boomerang. That's definitely not spam. Want to become famous? Buy followers? Yeah, I'm gonna click that link and hack my computer.
Do it, dude.
I'm going to. That's how
Do
I'll
it
end
for
the
the-
stream. That
do it
will
for the
end the
views.
stream if I click that link.
Do it for the views.
This is for the views. But thank you for joining, April. Alex, thank you for coming in.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
April said she tried to block him. I'm not a mod. Thank you, AOI. Thank you to everyone that watched this beautiful game. You know what? It wasn't. It's definitely, you can feel like it's been passed down like an old toy. It's a bit of a worn down, hand-me-down toy. You know what I mean? And if it's an action figure, all of its eyes got rubbed off, but you know, you can still make some fun with it. So, but the pressure of having 14 years, it's never gonna amount. You know what I mean? It's never gonna match. I think that's why, as much as I hate that they have not made a new one and they were waiting for the technology, Half-Life 3. That pressure, it's never going to build up to, you know, what they can actually make. So the pressure on Duke Nukem, of all things, I think is hilarious. Of like, you got to make this amazing game. You've had 14 years. It's like, well, the reality was this game just got almost probably canceled 18 times. And somebody's like, we'll give it one more chance. And it was, you know, the freaking... They should have looked up the sunken cost theory on Wikipedia and figured out, you know. Maybe we just throw it in the trash, but, you know. Here we are. Here's Duke.
Yeah.
But
Duke forever, baby.
it was worth $2 for a stream tonight is what I'll give it. It's a fun time. But thank you guys for joining. We will be back. Maybe we'll play some Final Fantasy 13. I want to do Wild Arms. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But
Be cool.
be a good time, but until then, I'll see you guys next time.
Hail to the king, baby.
Mm.